Hey, do you have insurance? No, I'm not an insurance salesman, salesperson. But do you have insurance? Preparedness is your insurance for daily life. Come back, I'll let you know more. Hi, I'm Tammy with TNT Grace and Grit. By myself today, flying solo, usually as I am with videos like these, but that's okay. Johnny's in the living room watching the weather for us because we have bad weather coming in tonight. And that's one thing I want to talk to you about is things that can happen and why you should be prepared for anything, not just for zombies coming, not for an apocalypse, not for World War III, and we won't go there. Lord knows what's going on with the world, right? But what happens if someone loses a job in your house? What if the main breadwinner in your house loses his or her job? What are you going to do then? When someone loses a job, the stress is high enough without having to worry about where your next meal is going to come from. So if you have a pantry full of food for at least 2 weeks to 30 days, which I would definitely recommend if you could, 30 days would be great to get you through until you find out, till that next job opportunity comes along. Staring at an empty freezer, refrigerator, or cupboard is the last thing you want to do when the paycheck stops. The eating shouldn't. So buying two when one is on sale acts like grocery store in your own house. You should have enough supplies you could go 30 days without spending a dime if you had to. You have a rotating pantry. You first in, first out. And what happens if someone gets sick or the whole house, God forbid, gets the flu? Do you have a bin with your illness supplies in it already with hand sanitizer, Kleenexes, chicken noodle soup, fever reducers, cough medicine, extra water? Instead of having to run to the store when you're the one running the fever, you have all your supplies at hand already. Your hydration. You should have at least 1 gallon per person per day for your pantry alone. Having extra water on hand with maybe some Gatorade pouches or hydration pouches, whatever it is that you like to have when you're sick, having it on hand already just helps a lot. How about having some no prep meals in that bucket too? Like I said, in your sanitation, your hand sanitizer, your wipes, no prep meals, canned soups, crackers. Oh, that's so much easier when you're sick and you don't have to deal with it. You just grab it out. Next point is local disruptions. What about storms, high winds? We're under a high wind advisory today. Strong storms with possibility of tornadoes tonight. So what if your electricity goes out? That's not the end of the world. It's just a Tuesday, which, I mean, today's actually Sunday, but I'm just saying it's just a normal day that those things could happen. So being ready makes that just an inconvenience instead of a disaster happening that you have no way of doing anything about. In a world where everything is on our phones, what happened if that phone does or the cell tower is down? So I suggest everyone has a legacy binder. So what in the world is a legacy binder? It is a binder or a simple notebook that has all your important phone numbers wrote down, such as yours, your children's, if they're grown, of course, your husband's phone number, anybody's phone number that you would need to call and talk to, because most of us don't have phone numbers memorized in our head. I don't. I have to ask my husband all the time, what's your number? Because our last two numbers are so close to being the same on our phones too. So make sure you have those important numbers wrote down. Your policy number is for your health insurance, your pharmacy, your pharmaceuticals, your medicine, all of those numbers wrote down, your RX numbers. So that way, if the internet goes dark for a few hours during a storm, you aren't lost. You have the right info in your hand. And my last point, and definitely not my least, and one that I like to always, I don't want to say preach, but ask, is community. If you have extra in your pantry and you know somebody who is having a hard time, you can always help them out too, such as maybe an elderly neighbor or someone just having a hard time that has lost a job. Just help them out. Take them a bag for a meal for one night, or take those kids a treat if they have kids. So anything that you can do to help out is always great. Preparing isn't about the gear, it's about being a good steward in your own home. So tell me, what are other reasons that you can think of would be good reasons to have a few items stocked up into your house? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Remember to always be beautiful. We love you from the bottom of our pea picking heart. Bye for now.